Hello and welcome back to Grow Roots. This is Shannon and welcome to Narnia. We in North Texas only experience this kind of snow, this kind of winter wonderland really once every maybe 10 to 15 years. I've lived in North Texas for 15 years and I've only seen what I feel like is this kind of snow since we moved here 2009, 2010. That winter was pretty crazy and we got, I think, 8 to 10 inches of snow. And well, we've just about done that. I think our city has gotten about 6 inches of snow between yesterday and today, and it is currently snowing. And I couldn't, go through this without trying to capture it and let you guys see it because it's just so magical. I know some of you in the north, you experience this kind of stuff all the time, but I'm a California girl. I grew up in Southern California, and I'm not even though I've been in North Texas for 15 years, this is a treat for me. And there's just something about this creek area behind my house when it gets covered in snow. It's just so magical. It's so beautiful. And so I just kind of wanted to show you the beauty. There's my Tangerine Beauty crossvine covered in snow. And again, a tribute to how it is absolutely evergreen. It's doing just fine under that snow. And then coming over here, what you see, all those branches around that arbor, that's purple hyacinth bean vine that I needed to take down. It is dead, but I'm glad I didn't take it down because now it is covered in snow and it's just absolutely beautiful, as is my little Ferris wheel planter that has succulents under there. It has hens and chicks under there. They are hardy down to, I think, zone 3 or 4, so I think they will be fine. Moving on to my sunshine ligustrum. It is covered in snow. Yesterday, it got pretty weighed down with some snow and some ice, and it was starting to split in 3 ways. And so I went over there. I'm glad I did. When we had a little break, I went and shook all of the snow and ice off of it, and it popped right back into shape. And now it's got an even coverage, I think, of snow on it, and it's not splitting as far as I can tell this morning. Oh, there's a little branch. If you can see down there, there's a little branch that I need to go shake that off. But we're supposed to experience some melting. It's going to get above freezing in a few hours. And so a lot of this is going to go away. This is just a very temporary, gorgeous backdrop. And even though it's temporary, I am super thankful for it. I've got my Texas sage covered in snow right here. All back there, that's coral honeysuckle. And it's still evergreen. Let's see if I can get in so you can see it. Can't really tell. I'm not going down there, y'all, but it is coral honeysuckle and it is still evergreen. I've also got my jasmine vine, which I don't know if the vine will die all the way back to the roots this winter or not. Amazingly, the temperatures really aren't that bad. It's really hovering around 30 degrees to 32 degrees, just cold enough to snow. And so it's really, I think the jasmine vine will probably be okay. All the rest of this, again, this is purple hyacinth bean vine that I did not cut back, and it's probably got an inch of snow on top of those branches. It's crazy how the snow has just blanketed every single branch. It's insane. I have a clematis there and it is definitely dying back. I have a rosemary down there in a pot. I think it will do just fine. It has survived, I think, 3 or 4 winters. I have all kinds of stuff down here that's just covered in snow. My herb planter, again, covered in snow. Look at this. This is my blue agave, again covered in snow, and I've got pansies in there. I have a limelight hydrangea. They look really beautiful in the winter covered in snow for sure. I'm glad I left those on there. I don't prune my limelight hydrangeas until late January, early February. So those will get pruned at a later time. And I have double play candy corn spirea over there. which is supposed to be deciduous. It has not dropped all of its leaves yet. So those leaves are kind of covered in snow right now. I'll bet it will drop its leaves in the next couple days. I've got daffodils poking through. Not sure if those will make it. We'll see. I mean, they will make it, but the leaves that are poking through that snow, they will probably get a little bit frostbitten, I'll bet. And then I've got an abelia, kaleidoscope abelia right there. And then under here is Mexican petunias, and they, like that first sign of snow, they went, okay, bye-bye. They are, you know, dormant now for sure, whereas they were not before. So there's a little overview of my backyard. It is gorgeous, and I'll show you my front yard really quick here too. One more container that I wanted to show you in my backyard that I think is so pretty. This is foxtail fern, and it's covered in snow. It is marginal here. Yeah, it's really zone 9 through, I think, 11. So this snow is probably going to do it in, I'll bet you. But it is gorgeous, covered in snow. I've got some containers down there. I'll just give you a quick look of the side yard. Honestly, it's not. I've got boxwood and hydrangeas that are just, they didn't lose their leaves yet. So they're just kind of covered in snow. Everything else, every other plant I've got back here is just covered in snow. So you can't really see it. Okay, so here we are just coming off of our front porch. Again, I told you my hydrangeas haven't even lost their leaves yet, which usually they do by now. And so these guys, they're done. But how beautiful is my hydrangea with its blooms still on it, even though they're brown and they're done. I have a Gerbera daisy that's still kind of growing strong. It was blooming and not anymore. It also, these are probably toast, but it was giving me some new blooms right here and right here. Those are, yeah, look at that new leaf as well. That's insane, but I'll bet that new growth might be fried, no doubt. I have an azalea that was blooming its little head off, even had a new bud right here, but I'm sure it will be done as well. And then, you know, English ivy, it's a champ. I have another English ivy over here, and they're not even phased, not really anyway. I have mums that are even flowering that honestly the flowers look just fine. It's crazy. I have some boxwoods right here, and then stepping out here, whew, it's a lot of snow. And so here's my 3-ball topiary that is getting weighed down for sure. It still has Christmas ornaments on it. I'm going to have to probably repot that. It really has, it was straight when we planted it, and now it's pretty top, like it's, you know, definitely, getting crooked. So we've got to take care of that. The jasmine vine behind it is doing pretty good, but you see how the leaves turn bronze? That's what they do like before the vine dies off. Some of it is still green, but I'll bet that whole thing defoliates, and that one is kind of looking like the vines. I don't know. Some of them down here look pretty dang good because they've got all kinds of leaves on top of those for warmth. Now coming over here, that's the front garden. Silly Goose is covered in snow. All my pots are covered in snow. Sunshine ligustrum, limelight hydrangea, standard. Again, just all covered. Look at that. That is so much snow on the top of that. I have pansies and dianthus planted underneath that limelight hydrangea standard. I love that little sign. Say hello to my little friends, but it's got snow all over it. The welcome sign back there is covered. The sunshine ligustrum is covered. If that snow wasn't melting in a few hours, I would go and try and shake all that off because it definitely is weighing down the shrub and I don't want it to snap. So, but it's going to melt in a couple hours, I think. We'll see. So, I have all kinds of things under the snow, but yeah, I mean, Sweet William, that's Salvia gregii. I have daffodils again that were coming up, so we'll see what happens. The bird bath is kind of sheltering that daffodil, so that's good. That bird bath is beautiful. And yeah, so I've got balloon flower. Yeah, the sunshine ligustrum is just weighing over everything, honestly. And then the Vitex tree. It's gorgeous right now. Just absolutely covered. It's so pretty. I just love how every single branch just is covered in snow. And again, you guys in the north, you're probably like, yeah, I'm not even watching anymore. Like, I see this all the time, every winter. But this type of snow for us, this like, 6 inches plus, this is a really rare occasion for us here in North Texas. We get maybe one snow event a year, and even then we're lucky to see accumulation, let alone like 6 to 8 inches of snow. You can see our cars are covered. But it really is, it's such a treat. And like I said, I don't think I've seen this since about 2009. It's pretty crazy. But I wanted to show you as well the Mystic Spires blue salvia in my curbside containers. Again, it did not defoliate, it did not go dormant yet, and it's just gorgeous, covered. Like, look at these purple blooms. They're covered in snow, but they're still purple. You see it? Oh, so pretty. So pretty. So what a sight that is. What a treat. What amazing creator we have that allows us to see this type of beauty, even if it is temporary, and even if it is just once every 10 to 15 years for us anyway. It is just absolutely beautiful. And when I think about it, we can't even see all of the beauty that is before us. Each of these individual snowflakes is so intricate that none of them are the same. And the fact that, I believe that God creates that for us to see, it's just an incredible thought. I can't even see all the beauty that is before me, but what is before me is so amazing anyway. It's something to think about for sure. Well, I hope that y'all have a great day. If you're here in North Texas, I hope you stay home and stay warm. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Goodbye, everybody.